Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever your time is. As usual, you can pick what applies to you. It's your girl, your sister, your friend, your colleague, your mom, Lady Sweets of USA, aka the woman that make it 50 looks like 30. Yes. How is everybody doing right now? The weather is changing gradually. We're getting into winter. It's getting cold. Anyways, we're trying to do this video. It's been busy as usual, but I found time today to get it all together. Part 2 of pathological lying. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to start out by appealing to you guys to please apply. I'm going to start out by appealing to you guys to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay? So I will appeal to you all to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You all need to share my video. You might as well like my page on Facebook, the Cancer Talk, aka Big C. So if you can do me that favor, just share my video. It's not that difficult. It's pretty easy. Just push on the share button, push on the subscription button, and subscribe for it, and share to your people. We are fond of sharing, saga and all that. When it comes to educative topics, we don't share. One person wants to, well, if you want your video to go viral, you need to do saga. No, I'm too, elegant for saga. That's not my thing. So I'm here to educate my people. I'm not here to saga. So please share my video. It's not a saga video, but you can share. It might help one person or the other, out there. You never know. So let's jump into it. This is the part 2 of a pathological lying. Pathological liar, okay, aka part 2 of I can't even speak today. Anyways, my part 1 just talked about pathological lying. This part 2 is going to talk about the way to cope with pathological liars. So if you've not watched my first video, you can watch it at my YouTube channel, Lady Sweets of USA. The title is She Can Lie, Pathological Liar, She Can Lie Part 1. So I'm going to title this Pathological Lying, She Can Lie Part 2. So hopefully you guys will watch and you will share my video, okay? So what is a pathological lying? If you watch that video, you will see there. Pathological lying is somebody that just lie for no reason. They don't have reason to lie, but they just lie. They lie to the extent that they don't even have the ability. They don't even know how to tell truth anymore. They can lie over anything. Simple thing as, what are you doing? They can lie about it, and it becomes an habitual habit for them. So when you have somebody like that in your family, or when you know somebody like that does things like that, that lie for no reason. Of course, everybody lies. We all do lie at one point or the other in our lives. We have lied. Sometimes we lie to save a loved one. We lie to get out of trouble. You know, there is white lie, small lie, big lie. But for pathological liars, it doesn't have to be um big, small, anything. They don't have to say they're lying to save their life. To save their life. They just lie because that is all they know how to do, is just to lie. So let me let's say an example of a pathological liar, you know, just creating a false history, such as lying, that they have achieved something, like somebody coming out to say, oh, I have a driver license. Simple thing as that. You don't even have to lie about, or I have I have a US passport, for example. When you don't even have a US passport, you don't even have to lie about it. You know what I mean? Just making up stories to make themselves, you know, look good. What they don't have, they claim that they have it. Sometimes they might even claim that they have a life-threatening disease that they actually don't have. you know just you know just for lying sake. Sometimes they just tell lies to impress themselves, to look impressive. you know when you ask them question, they may speak a lot without even being specific or answering the question that you're asking. Pathological liars, they have an excellent way of telling a story. you know they are great performers. They know how to captivate people's attention. They know how to captivate the attention of their audience. They will elaborate the story, yeah, to okay for when they finish lying and everything is believable. They will just the story will be coming together in their head, and they'll just be telling it. But tomorrow, when you engage them in that same story, they will not be able to tell it the way they did the previous day, because everything was lie. So that they'll try to, like, find a way to bring it back, so that you think that they are saying the same thing that they've just said. But this time around, they will be lying again to cover the first lie. That is it. Lying is even more difficult to live with than telling the truth. Telling the truth might get you in trouble, but you don't have to be thinking about ways you're going to lie to cover that lie that you've just said. You know what I mean? So, how do we cope with a pathological liar? If you have a friend, a spouse, a loved one, a child, a sister, a brother, or even you yourself, you have that diagnosed. They've not diagnosed you officially, but you have that trait of lying, constantly, all the time. How do you deal with people like that? How do you cope with people like that? First and foremost, you don't have to antagonize them. You already know that this person lies. You just have to tell them to be themselves. Tell them you accept them for whom they are. You teach them the step by step to help them to stop lying. Tell them to be true to themselves. Remind them that telling the truth is always easy. It's easier than lying. when they get in the habit of telling the truth, it's not going to happen overnight. Or it's going to take a process. Mind you, this lying of a thing that they're lying did not happen overnight. They started it as a kid. So as an adult now, you just want, don't you think you're going to stop it over online. You just have to encourage them. Be yourself. Tell the truth. It's easier to tell the truth. When you tell the truth, you don't have to start looking for things to say to cover up the lies that you have lied. Remind them that even if they are used to lying, and when they lie sometimes it's believable, that they can still tell the truth, and that they will still believe them. You know what I mean? The person have to admit that they have a problem. you know that is the very, very first step. If you don't acknowledge that you have a problem, how are you going to solve the problem? The person have to acknowledge first that they have a problem in order for the problem to be able, to start working on solving the problem. And also, they have to be accountable. Like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to be patient with them. And each time they tell a lie, you don't go, oh, you're lying again, over again. No, you just have to tell them, okay, you don't have to lie. Remember, we're trying to walk through how to be telling the truth, how to be truthful. I always tell my children, of course everybody lies. Sometimes they do something that they don't want to admit that they do it. I always tell my kids, if you tell the truth, you get into small trouble. But if you lie, I'll let them know. If you lie, I will know that you're lying. If you lie, you get into big trouble. So now choose small trouble or big trouble. Which one do you want? Now they will all tell me the truth. And honestly, when they tell me the truth, I don't go crazy on them or whatever. I just say, okay, don't do it again. So that will work with children. But for an adult who has mastered these habits, cannot change overnight, cannot stop it overnight. That is why you have to keep encouraging them. Anytime they are telling lie, just say, my dear, you don't have to lie. Remember, we are working on telling the truth. Just tell the truth. Even the Bible said, the truth shall set us free. Abi, area high. So, and also another thing is encourage the person to start doing journaling. Just get like a notebook. Each time they manage to tell the truth, they should write it down that they've told the truth. you know and then when they lie, they should write it down that they've told lies, but just write it down by them, so you don't have to be the one keeping count tab on it for them. And at the end of the day, they need to go through that journal and see how many times they lied that day, and how many times they lie, and then how many times they told the truth. And it's gonna be a gradual process to get that done. Can you not be in my video, please? I just lost my train of thought because my son just got in my video, so I'm gonna have to stop the video here.